Oh, Jesus, please pick up, please pick up, please pick up. Hey, Cindy, been a while. What are you doing tonight? You want to come over and maybe have some drinks? Hey, how are you? Been a long time. You want to maybe come over and sip some whiskey, sip some vodka, something like that? Hey, Brenda. Yeah, I'm good, I'm not bad. Hey, you want to come over, hang out, maybe, watch Netflix and chill or something like that? Oh, you got a boyfriend? Okay, good. Make sure you fuck tonight. Hey, do you want to fuck? Do you want to come over and fuck? Do you want to come over and fuck? Do you want to come over and fuck? There's a killer out there. No, I'm not a virgin. Yes, I am a virgin. Okay, just come over, please. I'm gonna be killed unless I have sex. Come on over, please. What's up, guys? Welcome back to 31 Days of Horror. I'm Morgan Film Fan. Let's jump into some scares. Cherry Falls was released in either 1999 or 2000. I've heard both, and this stars, rest in peace, Brittany Murphy. This is one of her first roles, not her first by any means, but this is a very much post-Scream slasher. I know what she did last summer, Urban Legend, very much in the vein of that, but this one is extremely unheard of and untalked about. The only time I ever discovered this is when Scream Factory put this out, and I had it on my radar for a few years, at least 10 years, but like at the time of its release, honest to God, I don't even remember seeing this VHS at Blockbuster very much. In its era, didn't even hear about it at all. Like I said, the marketing for this was very, very slim. But it fits right into those examples that I gave with the urban legends and all those late 90s, early 2000s films that were coming out at the time. I don't know why this one didn't get as much credit as the other ones, but basically what we have going on here is we have Brittany Murphy playing this girl named Jody, and she has a father who is a sheriff. His name is, I literally just looked it up too, I'm pretty sure his name is Brent. Anyways, he's played by Michael Biehn. Most famous from The Terminator for playing Kyle Reese. The film opens up basically with a murder, and you have these two kids making out in a car, and then the murderer goes after the girl after stabbing the guy to death, and goes after the girl. Very unique looking killer, long hair. I am not going to reveal whether it is a man or a woman who is the killer, because that is a big part of the story and twist and everything that has to do with the killer. They have long hair, slim, very generally feminine looking. Essentially, this film, what I found most interesting about it, and as I was watching it, I kind of was reminded of this because I did hear something about the premise of this film years ago when I had first heard of it, is that it flips the whole if you have sex you get killed thing that is a very big trope in the slasher genre, and it flips that on its head, where the killer actually goes for virgins and not, the people who are having sex. So if you don't have sex, you're likely to get killed. This goes for the, every time the guy is trying to get laid, the girl turns him down, and then the killer shows up kind of thing. So it's a really funny way to play around with that slasher trope and completely flip it. The film gets ridiculous just because of that scenario and situation, because you have this killer, he's, there's like 3 murders, and everything they have in common is like they live in the same town and they're all virgins, and it makes for some hilarious dialogue. And then of course the students just come up with the brilliant idea of having a sex party, which they call like the cherry popping party, and they just basically form a massive orgy. It's the most hilarious situation that is taken completely serious and just made into a slasher film. Like, they don't really make this a comedy necessarily. unintentionally comedic a lot of the times. And of course, there's like the late 90s humor that you expect from these post-Scream slashers that spoof themselves in a sense, because it's self-aware. That's basically what I'm saying. It's a very self-aware slasher, absolutely. But yeah, things just get ridiculous. I really don't want to go to the twists or anything, because this is a hard film to keep spoiler free, and the things that happen are worth experiencing. So for anybody who hasn't seen this, I highly suggest picking it up or streaming it somewhere and just experiencing it, because like there's situations that happen in here that just get so funny. There is a teacher that is involved in the plot, and this teacher, again, this is a product of its time, and the things this teacher does and the way he speaks to Brittany Murphy and other students are ways that just would not fly today. You can totally tell that this is such a product of its time. Michael Biehn is very good in his role. The reveal when it comes to the killer is insane, and everything just gets bonkers from there. But again, it's taking itself seriously, or trying to. It just gets so ridiculous. I loved it. I had a really good time with this film. You have to like 90s slashers kind of thing. The thing about 90s compared to the 80s, 90s is so tame in the sense of like gore and nudity and stuff like that. You don't get any of that in here. So a lot of people get disappointed because of that, but it's just the era that it came out. Like, I don't know why really, but slashers weren't too focused on nudity and gore like they were in the 80s. In the 90s, they were more focused on being self-aware, kind of winking at the audience, and just getting ridiculous. There's one scene that involves a sexual assault that is really brutal, and it's violent, but it's just so messed up with what happens to the girl and the things that happen in the situation outside of just the sex, because it goes even further than that. And the sick and twisted and terrible things that these guys do to the girl. Again, it's part of the plot too, so I can't get too much into detail. It's brutal, and it shows the dark side and the animalistic nature of humanity, and I'll just kind of leave it at that. This film definitely made me want to watch more Brittany Murphy films. There is a few horror films that she was in throughout the 2000s. I liked this one a lot. I thought it was crazy. I was comparing it to Killer Movie, which I watched this month as well. I think I like Killer Movie better, but this one comes quite close. This one comes very close to Killer Movie. Quality-wise, I think this is better than Killer Movie, but Killer Movie is just so much fun and hilarious with its characters that I had to give that one the slight edge up. If this one wasn't just so ridiculous and silly, then maybe, like, it has the quality to it there, but it does get, it does hit the cheese real hard, 100%. But, all the characters, all the actors, they're all dedicated, and they know exactly what kind of film they're in, so they're just having a blast with it. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely worth seeing. I recommend it. It's a strong recommend for me, and you gotta have some slashers in your 31 Days of Horror. It's just the way it is. So thank you for joining me once again for spooky season. Only one more to go. I wonder which one that's gonna be. We'll just have to see till you'll just have to join me back tomorrow. Let me know if you've seen Cherry Falls, or if you want to see Cherry Falls. And I hope you are enjoying the weather and October and all the fall fun festivities that it brings. And only one more day to Halloween, baby. So join me next time to end this bitch off, and we shall talk more horror next time. Until then, sleep tight tonight.